It was a very successful start to the Bruins 2018-19 season up at the NAHL Showcase, where they gained 7 out of a possible 8 standings points. My name is Chillot, voice of the Bruins, and this is your Bruins Rewind. Let's jump right into the highlights.
Play and get it back low. 17 seconds left to go. The Bruins with it in their offensive zone. Couple bodies bunched up. Hugh Larkin centering. Pass, shot, puck rolls free. Larkin shot. He scores! Hugh Larkin will get the first goal of the 2018-19 NAHL season. He picked up the rebound to the left of the goaltender and just potted it into the empty net. And just like that, with 9 seconds left to go in the first period, the Bruins pull this game even. It is 1-1. Trying to work this up the half wall, is able to find Zapata. Cross-ice pass blocked down out in front and moving forward. Good job by the Bruins, making sure they're finishing their checks. Connor Millimach sending him in almost into his own bench. Here comes Sheriff. Sheriff up the right wing side, trying to speed through. Cuts to the front, tucks it through, he scores! Dante Sheriff with a muscle attempt as he comes through. Cuts to the front of the net and tucks one 5-hole. And the Bruins take the first lead of the game, their first lead of the 2018-19 season. It is 2-1 Bruins. Lead. They have the puck now on the power play in the offensive zone. Sharp angle shot, they score! Andy Willis from the base of the goal line. He puts that one in and the Bruins take a 2-goal lead. It's 3-1, 5:05 left to go here in this second period. He's on your left, D. He plays it up to Riddle. Riddle couldn't quite hang on. This puck is in play. Riddle gets it off of Dom. He takes a shot, he scores! Carson Riddle from the high slot fires it blocker side, and the Bruins get their 2-goal lead back. It's 4-2. 15-19 left to go here in the third period.
So for their opening game of the 2018-19 season and their opening game of the NAHL Showcase, the Bruins took down the Odessa Jackalopes by a final score of 4-3. Then on Thursday, less than 24 hours later, they were back on the ice, this time for a showdown against the Lone Star Brahmas.
There with Larkin and Willis. It's Ryder and Devon Fields as your defenseman. Puck is dropped. Bruins come away with it. Andy Willis. Down the base left wing circle, centering shot, he scores! Andy Willis finds Hugh Larkin, and for the second time in 2 days, Larkin gets the first goal of the game for the Bruins. This time, he evens things up at 1 in the second period. 6:01 left to go in the middle frame. It's 1-1 Bruins and Brahmas. Let's see what Zapata does. He's your first shooter. Zapata takes it wide to the right, top of the right wing circle. Deakin cuts into the high slot, makes a move, backhand shot, he scores! Rhoda from the Czech Republic with touch up at center, comes across the blue line, steps into the hash marks, tries to go forehand, and Brett Miller makes the save, and the Bruins win their second game of the season. This one by virtue of the shootout, in a shutout in the shootout for Brett Miller. Bruins win 2-1 over the Lone Star Brahmas.
And the Bruins, in their second game of the year, earned their second victory of the year. This one by way of the shootout, a 2-1 victory over the Lone Star Brahmas. The next day, on Friday, it would be another 2-1 final in the shootout, but unfortunately, this time the Bruins were on the losing end. The one big highlight in this game was this beautiful goal by Ian Mayhew.
Davies, Levi Stauber out there now. He's out there with Landa Kuzik, so it's a little bit different of a look than what we saw to start this game. Here's a shot from the point, off the post, laying in the blue, they score! Ian Mayhew in the right place at the right time. That shot banked off the post, it laid in the blue, and Mayhew puts it home for his first goal of the season. And the Bruins take a 1-0 lead here in the first period. It's 14:43 left to go.
And so, on the third day of the NAHL Showcase, the Bruins were handed their first loss of the season, this one in a shootout. A very crucial point that they earned in that game, which would play out later by the time the showcase was done, giving the Bruins sole possession of first place. But they didn't have much time to dwell on the loss, as they still had their fourth and final game at the showcase upcoming on Saturday against the Maryland Black Bears.
20 left to go here in the second period. 1-0 Maryland. Here's a turnover. Bruins with it. Shot, save, Tomeo, rebound off the blocker, laying in the paint. Still loose. Winkleman paps it forward. They score! The Bruins had 4 or 5 hacks at that puck as it was just out of the reach of Tomeo. He couldn't get a hold of it, and Joe Winkleman gets his first goal of the season, his team-leading 4th point of the year, and the Bruins have evened things up here in the second. 12-11 left to go, 1-1 between the Bruins and Black Bears. Sheriff losing the puck in the stick that's laying there that belongs to the goaltender. Defenseman giving his stick to the goaltender, who now has something, but Sheriff centering opportunity, backhand opportunity. They were looking to go backdoor from Alberg. Kept in by Sheriff. He finds a little room, top of the left wing circle. Looking for something. He takes a shot. He scores! Dante Sheriff with the wrister goes 5-hole, and the Bruins take the 2-1 lead. 1 second left to go on the power play. 9:33 left to go here in the second period. Grabs here. Looking for something is Dante Sheriff. He plays it back to Piettel at the center point. Funneled down low to Stauber. His quick wrister is blocked down out in front. Stauber gets control of it, plays it behind the net to Dante Zapata. Zapata to Sheriff. Sheriff looking for something, steps in right by the dot. Takes a shot, he scores! Dante Sheriff with his second goal of the game gives the Bruins the 3-2 lead here in the third. 15:29 left to go. Bruins 3, Black Bears 2. Back to Sheriff. To the point, Krenzen, top of the left wing circle, fakes a shot, throws one in on out in front, they score! Andy Willis hanging out in the slot, wins it in overtime for the Bruins. Andy Willis is the hero as he gets mobbed out at center ice, and the Bruins will improve to 3-0-1 on the season. They have gotten points in every game at the Showcase. Lost in the shootout yesterday, won the other 3 games. The Bruins improved to 3-0-1 with a 4-3 overtime victory over the Maryland Black Bears.
What a thrilling way to cap off the NAHL Showcase up in Blaine. The Bruins taking down the Black Bears 4-3 in overtime, in the waning seconds of overtime on that goal by Andy Willis. So, all said and done after the Showcase, the Bruins wrap up with a record of 3-0-1, 7 points, and in sole possession of first place in the Central Division in the very early going of the season. But not all of that is behind them, as not only are we just getting started this year, the Bismarck Bobcats, the team in second place with 6 standing points, they come here to Riverside for back-to-back games this coming Friday and Saturday. That'll do it for this week's edition of Austin Bruins Rewind. My name was TJ Chillot, voice of the Austin Bruins, and we'll catch you next time with plenty more highlights and plenty more action from the 2018-2019 Austin Bruins season.
Mm-hmm.